That's for a business.
So that's why we need to know if it's for business or not.
All right, and so that will set a precedent that, look, you can't have this business.
Can you find out if they're allowed to have a business back there is what he's basically wanting the issue to find out, is he allowed to have a
If I cut down one leg, maybe it'll just steep.
Anywhere in the county, I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I'd have to find out. Anywhere in the county, you could apply for a home occupancy license.
I can understand that. You can have an office home. I understand that.
Office. So, you know what Fort Myers Code Enforcement said was actually a good idea. Ask for a business card, you know, or see if maybe one of his friends that you're friends with, or, you know, friendly with, could get a card. So this way, you know what, I only work from 7:30 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. If he's doing this later on in the evening, we're gonna have to set up a thing or something, you know, where one of us goes over to the residents and you know, hey, I'd like to buy some music. Could you know, can I sample a track?
Sure.
And then if he does it, then we can sign him for it.
We always did the same thing in Gateway. They were fixing cars and stuff after hours in Gateway, and you know, of course residents got upset, and code enforcement came out at night and actually cited them for having a business without a license. So.
That's all I'm wondering.
Alicia, the one across the street, also thought that he had a music business also because they used to go back there, and this is where a lot of these little fancy vehicles are coming and going from, and so the house that he's talking about that does do music.
You've got a recording studio and people are going there and laying down tracks.
I mean, like
That's a
vehicles
business,
like
you know,
drummers
it should be
and...
in a residential area.
And again, that's something that's going to have to be addressed later on in the evening, because, you know, if it's happening later on in the evening, then you can't cite them during the day. What you can't see, you can't cite.
I understand.
And earlier, when you said something about the vehicle being parked in there, I misunderstood. I thought maybe you wanted something for, you know, omnipresence or just proactive, you know, proactive county work. So I misunderstood.
Yes, and I'm Chuck Smith. I'm pastor of the Broadway Church of God right over here. Been there about 22 years. I also volunteer as a chaplain with the Fort Myers City Police Department with Chief Daniels, and so we're here to help the neighborhood as much as possible. We try to keep our facilities straight and keep things right. Matter of fact, what got us connected with y'all is Ted here is our resident supervisor of the House of Hope that we have here on Unity. It is a recovery house, but it's all coded with the city, and it's also limited with the numbers that we can have there. We do operate with the individuals actually join a program with our church. So we do not take just overnight transient type situation. It's not a homeless shelter. It is, they have to enter a 9-month program, and then the housing is a part of that program, and they're given responsibilities around the house. Some of y'all might have met some of the guys, you know, especially some of those that have become pretty stable in the last several months. We have the same 4 guys in there. And when you mentioned about the noise from the gym, yeah, we always have someone on property. When someone does use our facility for a wedding or something, we have a staff person always on property, and she herself was out there in the middle of that night and was calling the police herself, because they got out of hand even with her, and she can always call us as well. So anything that I've been taking some notes here concerning the things we also run into. Those easements and where your property lines are in the alley and who keeps up with what, because our church is county. But yet, you know, we're here for the whole area around here. We've met a lot of county officers because they're the ones who come to our church when we have break-ins, and we've had several. But we do have a alarm system, so trying to cut down on some of that. It's been pretty good the last couple of years. And we certainly. Oh, why did we change our name? Yeah, because we changed it to Broadway Community Church, because we want to put that theme of the community in our title to let the community know we're here for them. Sometimes when people have just a denominational name, they may think, oh, that's just for denominational people. And we want the community to know we're here for them. We are a community church, and we're getting more and more involved in the community. We do have a food bank. We've got a lot of people from the immediate area that get food assistance through us every week, and we trust that will be a help. We know the economy is very tight right now, and we're certainly seeing an increase of that. And we want to invite y'all, if y'all are in need of that, Ted here runs that as well on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 9 to 12.
You have
So-
to be registered, but can they walk in?
You can just walk in anytime from 9 to 12, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Anything we can help you with.
I got a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
We got a disabled lady here who has been cited for paint chipping on her house.
Mhm.
This weekend, we're supposed to have a paint party over there. So
I got your flyer.
maybe the guys that's in this rehab place can help, you know, paint the place to make it a little bit more speedy.
They sure can. They
Yeah,
do a lot of work around our church. They're great guys, and a lot of them construction guys, got a lot of expertise with electric and,
You got
plumbing and all
a
kinds of
plumber
stuff.
down there too, I know.
Yeah, you know Bill, yeah. So just, I'm happy to be here with you, and, I'm glad that you got the neighborhood watch thing up and running, and, be glad to be here with you and answer any questions we can take.
I said I worked hard on that, handing flyers. and
Yeah,
stuff
I'm
out.
glad you did, I appreciate you doing that. So, any questions for me concerning the church, I'm happy to be here and you can, address them.
I'm Ted, like he said, most of it, 2315 Unity, and I will put it out for my guys tonight. I got 4 guys there, and I will put it out for them. And I do a lot of outreach coordinating. We get a lot of phone calls trying to find people that's homeless, places to stay. Right now, we get them a place to stay, but the trouble is jobs so they can stay in the place. But we're working hard at trying to help get some of the people off the street, not just give them food, but do other things, find places for them when they come to us. And right now, it's just the economy is a big problem, but we are still trying and working every day. We get 3 or 4 calls a week of people looking for recovery place or either housing or something. So we're trying to do what we can.
Could I possibly address one problem that we didn't seem to have? And I know it's a county city thing, is the mosque next door to us is actually a house, and then they were able to build a prayer chamber to next door. I think that's kind of like the mosque for all of Southwest Florida. Now, for the last 3 or 4 years since they've been there, we've been pretty lenient, allowing them to use our parking lot on Fridays. I know when you have a facility, you can only have so many in that facility as parking places. Okay, they have maybe 12 to 15 parking places, and on Fridays, the cars that come will literally fill up our parking lot, and that's how many people they have in those buildings every Friday. I mean, it has to be 100, 200 people a minimum, I would think. I've had to go in there before because, they would, sometimes when people come that they have not talked to their leadership there, they will park all on our lawn as well and break our sprinkler heads and what have you. So we just try to say, listen, we will be lenient with you, but you have to stay on our pavement, don't get on our grass, And then they just changed their leadership. I haven't met the new pastor there. I'm going to go meet him. We've always had a pretty good relationship. We've allowed them to use our gymnasium even for dinners and stuff in the past. But they keep saying they're going to buy a new property somewhere else, because they really are looking like for 12 acres. But my concern has always been, because I know us, if we have our sanctuary that seats 400, we have to have so many parking places per 2 people, 2.5 people.
That's right.
And they get a whole lot of people there that they don't have parking lots for themselves.
There's a gentleman at the county code enforcement. His name is Mike Sullivan.
Mike Sullivan.
And he handles exactly that.
Okay.
So you might want to talk to
Write
him.
that down.
You have a number for him? You have that number?
I think Pastor
You know what?
Suarez is giving information for the part in his church, and they do.
Well, that's what they do. They overflow in his parking lot and ours. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. They just, he gives them permission, and we give them permission. I'm just saying, my concern is
How many people are in that
how they
building?
do that. I don't know how they're getting them in there. They got a 3-bedroom house and then a prayer station.
Well, what you also have to understand is that the women are not in the mosque itself. The women and children, if they're there, they're over in the house building part, that's where they worship.
And all the guys would be in the mosque part. Okay.
And the men are in the mosque for prayer. We have our study group generally on Friday afternoons around 1:20. And then we have an afternoon prayer in the 4 o'clock hour range, and we have I'm the prayer at sundown, I'm a member of the mosque. And, it's that afternoon, that's like your Sunday morning worship or your Saturday morning worship if you go to temple.
Yeah.
That's our most holy day.
Well, I don't have a problem with the order of things, it's just that I know our church, if we have an auditorium that will seat 400, we have to have so many parking places, that's just code. When the reason we started that in the park in our parking lot is because it became a great danger because they would park all along the grass up and down Broadway and people can't pull in and out.
I'll talk to the men.
And so so I'm just wondering about how many's in the building at any given time.
Well, I can tell you this, we don't have chairs. There are 4 white chairs for disabled people, but we stand and we kneel.
Yeah, I've been in there.
Okay. But yes, I'll address the parking issue for you, sir, and I'll check with the brothers about the capacity.
And also about running the sprinklers over.
Yeah, I'm pretty well thought with him. Like I said, I'm gonna meet the new guy, they just recently changed, leadership there.
And you don't want to vote there anymore.
No, they do not, they chose to leave our, the voting,
New life or whatever it is.
yeah, they changed precincts, we did not ask them to do that, cause we like doing that. I think
It was nice, I liked it, just with the board.
I like using it too, cause I like to be involved with the community, but last year they called us and told us that they've changed precincts. They didn't really give us a reason.
Excuse me, to get in contact with, Mike Sullivan?
Yes, sir.
If you call the main number, 533-5895.
My problem is the school kids. They try to run over me because they know that I live alone. And they do just what they want to do. They come in and tear down my fence, they throw rocks into my yard. They've just messed up my tangerines that I had left on the tree. What they didn't take, they stomped in the ground. And it won't be long for my mangoes will be coming in, I'll have the same problem again.
Well, what I would do is, I would let any of the kids do it. Because you let one kid, then you have them all, so.
Well, I didn't even talk to any of them because I go to work in the morning at 10 after 6, I leave for work, and I get in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm not there to see them doing what they do, but I know from the way that things are that they're doing it. And they tear down a fence, and my son has to go out there and try to fix it back up again.
Well, do Ms. Catherine,
Okay.
I'll try to contact the school resource officer and see if he can make an announcement at the school. Over the kids and some other notes, they're doing criminal mischief act, they're tearing down the fence, doing damage.
And they bring their school papers and they tear them up, and throw them in my yard and throw them out along the fence. That's the
Fort Myers Middle Academy.
Yeah, I'll try to make contact with the officer there.
Yeah, they got a resource officer there,
It might be answered. Let's check up there, but no. I think Mitchell. I'll contact Officer Mitchell.
Might put up some no trespassing signs too.
George. My name is George, and George Snow, this is my wife, Dot, and, we've been living here for like 7 years. And the only problem we really have is somebody like stealing stuff off the back of the truck, stuff out of the yard, and that's been like, I don't know, about a few months ago. And lately it's been pretty good, nobody's really been stealing anything out of the yard. And, we might have a problem with code enforcement because we have like a lot of junk in our yard and stuff like that. And, I clean up a lot of it, and, I still got a little more stuff in there, and, now they want me to paint my house because it has chips, paint chips and whatnot, a little bit of rotted wood. So we're getting ready to get that done, hopefully this week. We're supposed to be having a painting party.
And we do appreciate it. And everybody that's willing to help us.
23, 27, you can take.
And I will be serving coffee and, sandwiches.
We were over the other day and we did some prep work. I think we've got all the, what do you call the shades, the window, is that what they're called?
Hurricane awnings.
Hurricane awnings. We got those stabilized now and everything else, so that's done. So any painting that needs to be done up on or around them is ready. You were gonna pressure wash or spray wash stuff?
I'm gonna do that myself.
I'll get it for this weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna pressure wash tomorrow because I know it takes at least, what, a day or two or
Yeah, we got decent humidity, so yeah, it'll take care of that, but.
Yeah, but, I just have to put the wood on there because I had a guy that's supposed to do it for me, but he's kind of slow, at getting to me, so, I'll try to find somebody to put the wood up or whatever.
We'll have to,
We'll come over, we'll help.
Yeah.
So you just work with us.
I'll be away this
Mrs. Lee, you have the floor.
Thank you. I have no complaints, if for safety's sake, it would be nice if the police department would ride up and down Central between 4:45 and 4 in the afternoon, because sometimes the kids get rowdy, and they always make my little dog bark, and the girls always giggle. And I have never turned a child down when they ask for fruit, and many have.
Well, as long as you guys are, we can't, because we're in the back, and we can't hear from the street. Well, we're in the bed at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, so we don't hear none of this.
Miss Lee, what's your address on Central?
3314 Central?
We don't.
And that's at 345, between 345 and 4?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's when Fort Myers Middle Academy is getting out. It's the same issue that Mrs. Dampierre's got, the rowdy kids going down the road.
I haven't had any problems with
High school kids are going down, going down towards the public, what's that street right there? Raymond, thank you very much. And just, the whole street was wide with them. And I come up and they wouldn't get up. I had to actually stop. And they walked slowly around me. And I mean, there was a car coming the other way and he stopped and they were like looking at me, flipping me off. I'm like, kids. I mean, the kids obviously.
Because if you do, they'll pick up a bottle and throw it in the windshield. That happened to me.
A great mistake.
No, not really, they get away with it. They want to get on the job and take
But again, that's something you might put out to the school. Kids, a little self-preservation goes a long way.
I'm Tom Dudley. I've lived here since 1965. I grew up on Hunter Street. I know a little bit of the history of this area. And until recently, it's been a pretty good neighborhood. My main issue is with the alley, and now that we have sheriffs here, which I appreciate y'all coming, and you probably just haven't heard anything about any of this has been going on, but it has been an ongoing issue on that alley. And with the problem there, it's not just the alley's problem anymore, it's the surrounding neighborhood where they're walking through, casing out our neighborhoods. I used to be able to leave my kids' bikes in the yard. That ain't no more. They gotta be put up underneath the house and locked up, and everything's gotta be locked up tight as a drum. We even have to actually lock our gates because we have people going by at night opening up our gates, and we got a goose and a dog, and I don't want to, because I just let her out in the backyard at night, but now I gotta be careful because, well, now I don't, because I got locks on my gates. But until recently, I had to actually go out and check the gates to make sure that they were shut because we had people opening the gates. And like 2 nights ago, we had a prowler that come running through my yard at 1:30 in the morning and whipped around in my neighbor's yard, and they were up beside of his house. He went out in his yard with a gun and chased them off. But I mean, it's just like I said, it all stems to that alley. That's where the bulk of the crime is taking place. But the crime is actually spreading out from that, from where they're coming in and they're looking to see if anything that's an opportunity to them.
Because trust me, a crackhead don't care. They'll go up, if they'll steal from their own family, they'll steal from somebody on the way to their drug dealer's house. You know, if there's a bicycle in the yard, they'll steal it. You know, if your lawnmower is left out, they will steal it. Like with him, they're trying to start his mower the other, you know, a while back. You know, if it would have started up, they would have took it and sold it for crack. And that's my main concern is the alleyway, because that's where the bulk of our fraud is taking place. And it's a county issue to where the city, you know, and they'll thumb their nose at the city. They know. You know, I had a brother that was a high criminal that lived in the county, and he'd love to thumb his nose at the city police. Say, yeah, well, there ain't nothing you can do. You're in my neighborhood now. You're in my neighborhood. You're out of your jurisdiction. And he'd thumb his nose at them. And that's the same thing these drug dealers are doing now. They know that the city can't do nothing with them.
Well, this is the first we've heard of it. Just give us an opportunity.
That's what I'm saying.
Try to make
I'm
an
just glad
impact
this all came to the
on that
meeting,
alleyway.
and, you know, I'm glad my wife got online and contacted everybody that she contacted.
Is this a monthly meeting that we're at?
Yeah, it's a month.
It's the last Tuesday of every month at 6
Last
o'clock.
Tuesday of
We'll
every
be
month.
being held here to lead electors.
We will continue coming home, so, okay.
We appreciate that.
How many meetings did we have?
This is
We've
about
got
9, 8 or
8 or
9.
9 now, and this is another issue I gotta bring up, which I hate to be the one.
Also, I'm gonna deal with that traffic unit and have them come out here in a couple of days.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the guy that does the sign, he's out sick for about 6 months. So he's running a little bit behind. I'll see if I can pull some strings and move you guys up on the list.
Okay, I just wanted to bring it up because it's been mentioned to me, and a lot of people was like, not getting to the point where they didn't really care if they had the neighborhood watch maintenance anymore or not, because they felt like they wasn't, you know, really.
That's it. There's a lot of people in this neighborhood that's ready to take baseball bats and go down the alley themselves and take care of business themselves. It's getting to that point.
That's really not an option. If you hear about it, I think as a responsible citizen on the street.
That's why we we are talking about it. But I'm just telling you, that's what the point's getting to. You know, if you're getting your stuff ripped off and, you know, you're not getting any help, you're gonna start taking things into your own hands. You know, you're not gonna let your stuff just walk away. Stuff you worked yourself dizzy for all your life to get. You know, I'm trying to make the neighborhood better. I took an old house and I fixed it up. I put a ton of money into it. And I don't want to let the neighborhood go.
Because I said it Saturday morning.
Well,
All right, well, everybody got my phone number, right?
yes, we do.
And I wanted to thank
Well, here we
everybody
go.
showing up
Yes,
for the
he
Last
meeting.
6 weeks,
Good
Carol's called me
enforcement authority
twice.
was, you look at that.
I actually called you a couple times, and that's.
I got some cards here, if anybody wants to grab one of my cards, feel free.
If I may, before everyone leaves, my name is Jeff George, and I'm running for Congress, and I'm living here in this neighborhood now. I'm living on Kurt Street. The back side of our building is on Linhart. That's kind of the business way to get in. You may wonder what I'm doing here with the camera, what are we doing with this footage. Basically, what we want to do is we want to show a citizen's eye view of the process of running for office, and we also want to show what's actually going on in neighborhoods like this. So it's really great that all of you are taking the time to come down here. It's great that the folks from the Sheriff's Department and from the Fort Myers Police Department are here as well. If you are interested in what we're doing, this is going to be up online, this video. We're going to put the raw video up there, and then we'll probably put an edited version to give people a quick look at it. But essentially what I'm doing is everything that I do for the sake of the campaign, I'm videotaping. Also, we have an online camera on at the house where I'm living right now, pretty much, not quite 24/7. But we want to show everybody what the process is and what it is exactly that we're doing. So if anybody is interested in coming to talk to us, I know I don't want to take time away from the law enforcement folks that are here today, but there's larger economic issues and everything that I think we have concerns about in Washington. If you want to come and talk to me, my number is 334-7652.
Or you can ask Albert. Albert knows how to get in touch with him.
What's your name?
Jeff George.
Jeff George.
And I have some business cards with me before you leave. If you want, I'd be happy to give you a card.
Jeff, what's your website?
Crazyforcongress.com.
How long have you lived on Kurt Street?
Or,
Since November. I grew up in the Fort Myers, Cape Coral area. I've been living in Cape Coral for the last few years.
Where'd you graduate from high school?
Cape Coral High.
Is that like FOR or Ford?
What's that?
Is that the
Crazy
number four?
Ford?
Yeah, it's crazy, either way.
Okay.
But the formal website is spelled out FOR. .net, .org, all that works. Also, Jeff George for Congress will link you right there too.
So what was your phone number?
334-7652.
Next month, I'll have the air, figure out how to adjust it. We have it on a computer, it shuts down at a certain time, and I just couldn't figure out how to unlock it.
What was your name?
Carolyn Dudley.
If you spent a lot more, we might need to make different.
Yeah, yeah. If you use a warehouse,
Yeah.
definitely down there.
If you have some idea, I don't know if you.
I really don't, this is the most we've ever had show up, but I handed out 85 flyers a couple of weeks ago, and, this is the outcome of it. And I emailed the, sheriff's department and also the code enforcement.
How many people have been?
I know we all appreciate.
Actually,
only
it's
spent about a
like
dozen.
7, 8. That was Kelvin Outlet.
February 26th.
Yeah, it would be hard to have every one person out there.
I just started doing the flyers just to get it out.
I know, but if you have to send it around, I mean,
Besides,
it's
next
like
week,
tough.
February 26th. Yeah, Carol, the next meeting will be February 26th.
Okay.
Last Tuesday.
It's always on the last Tuesday of the month if anyone's interested in coming at 6 o'clock.
If I can add one last thing, please call. I guess I'm speaking for the sheriff's department. If you got an issue, call.
Yes, sir. Oh, definitely.
And for my please call. I mean, if you call one, they tell you the other one, just call the other one. Or just say, I want to see an officer, or I want to see a deputy.
Both agencies are here.
And that's, that'll get us out there and get us responding. And then we can, if police come out, we send the county, then we can stay there and make sure it's okay, and then we can notify the county, or vice versa, they can notify us. But please call.
If there's anything we can do for the community, by all means, also let us know.
We will.
I think Sergeant Bo's gonna look at trying to get a working time period, so I think
Probably do that.
Here, you might want to call this.
Yeah, I wrote that down. You got my phone number, I got yours. No, that's my. No, I gave you my card, Jim. I wrote it down.
yeah.
Yeah, I do. I want to go over it. I'm trying to run down the deputy. I don't know if it comes this way.
And listen, if you know anybody who wants to swing a thing for Saturday morning, like they face from 8 to 12,
I'll see if I can grab a job.
this would be wonderful.
Too early for my roommate, Chuck, but.
We'll see you probably tomorrow to do some more stuff around us.
Pleasure meeting you.
One issue I want to ask you
It'll help you, help me.
Hey, Ron, I said, going on 7 days straight, by gosh, I'm doing pretty good.
What gets me is, a friend of mine that lives over by the school bus or not lives, but he has a business over there. They can't explain the city, they can't get a choice.
And I don't understand how the residents have choices there, but you as a business, and they said you are being inexcusable. And I mean, he's been there for years and years, and now they're saying they can bring everything up.
I took
Nothing gets business stuff, it's just the house is stop moving.
We went to the doctor said he's on blood pressure medicine, and I said, I think you're on too much medicine, and so when he went to his doctor, he said they're turning down.
Have you been contacting anybody at the county commission meeting?
You're welcome. I'm Carolyn Douglas.
I live in a two-story house. 2 houses up on the left. Yeah. I keep pretty love that. I love that. Pretty full, huh? Yeah. Looking good. I didn't shave this morning.
What I would suggest, if you want to give me I didn't know if you were voting or if you were going to vote. I'm glad you let me call on this all the time. I just didn't know if you were going to vote or if you had voted, I see your name down. You know, she's the one that voted. Go to the county commission meeting and bring it up after you wait. And then okay. Yeah, because I'm not going to but like I said, call your nothing else, we've got eyes on it.
He knows you pretty good, I'll get out with me and we'll get in touch with you on that issue. Okay, thank you very much. I gotta get the guys from home, but you guys will see us this weekend. Okay, thank you so much.
We got a lot of trays and rollers and stuff like that, poles and stuff like that.
Great.
Wonderful.
And I got
Good seeing you again.
I don't know where all these go, but I'm going to start reeling them down.
You're on Medicaid, or do you have have you looked into applying for Medicaid?
They are something that but now,
this is one of the biggest things that looking at, and we want to do attention to it. Everybody who's working knows what a nightmare this healthcare situation is right now. And my mother, she has diabetes as well. She hasn't been diagnosed with it. She has to go to a doctor, but she doesn't have insurance. And unfortunately, at the moment, I don't have insurance either, so hopefully I stay healthy. But this is something we've got to do something about, you know.
well, I called Social Security and they said I'm not even on the list. You know, because 41, because they denied me. That's when I got a lawyer, and you know I had to appeal it. And they told me I wasn't even on the list.
When you're dealing with bureaucracy, never ever assume that things are getting taken care of. You have to constantly call them and badge them. It's unfortunate the way that is. Number one, they're so overloaded with things.
Yeah, that's what the lady told me. But see, this is 2005.
It's I work part time.
I got neuropathy. I mean,
Narcolepsy?
No, I have sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea?
I sleep. I have to sleep with a CPAP.
So you are using a CPAP? Is it helping you out at all?
Yeah.
That's what I do when I took people CPAP at night. See, the one thing I can help you out with is, you gotta be separated.
Yeah, I reckon, they wouldn't let me out. I was back in the hospital for like 13 days. They wouldn't let me out of the hospital until I got this.
So you applied for Medicaid and they turned you down. Did you apply for disability? Did you try for disability and they turned you down?
They took us to it.
Well, they didn't give us the kind of food stamps for a little bit.
Yeah, they gave me, and then but they do give me, I can go to the clinic, and I only have to pay like $25.
This is a big, long-term problem. You know, right now, there's a plan, that's, sitting in Congress, that's, putting, essentially what it is, a plan of universal health care to extend, Medicare, Medicaid to everybody. Every legal resident and every citizen gets basic coverage. And right now, as of right now, out of 435 colleges, there are 89 sponsors. So, unfortunately, you know, the incumbent that we have now, I don't think this is a big priority for right now. But this is, you know, what we want to do. And the main thing that we can do, to help you out with this, is calling attention to this issue, because people have this terrible idea that, you know, people who don't have insurance.
You know what, I've got my 20 years in. I mean, I get my letters. I work 20-some years.
Where at?
I worked since I was at Western Beach Resort. I was a supervisor. I worked there 13 years. And before that, I lived in Alabama. But I worked since I was 17 years old.
Did they have any kind of retirement plan?
No. See, that's about the motel. You know, they don't have nothing like that. It's just privately owned.
She had insurance until she went to the hospital, so she couldn't work, so she had insurance. Well, when you try to get her insurance, you have to pre-existing condition. So that's where we are now. And then it's like, the insurance that she could get, it really wasn't worth it.
You're really, I mean, it's almost, if you have a pre-existing health condition, I mean, you're almost like an indentured servant to your employer, because if you lose your job, you're never going to get insurance at any other job, and a lot of places won't hire you if they can't insure you. So, I mean, it's a situation that's got to change. And, you know, my grandmother, she worked at 7-Eleven for 35 years. She got fired this year. She's 70. She just turned 78, and she got fired for a very silly admin reason. They just wanted to get rid of her because but they cut her insurance off 24 hours after she got fired.
Oh my goodness.
Fortunately, she
well, luckily I had Aflac. And they helped me out until they couldn't no more, you know. There was only so much that they could do, you know. So,
don't they say like when you sign Social Security,
I'm honestly not sure. But I mean, the main thing is just to be consistent. But, you know, right now, I mean, you know, like everyone's but you know, right now, I mean, like we're talking about these tax incentives, the stimulus packages that we're talking about. I don't know about any of you, but I mean, $300 one time is going to do. Well, it's $1,200 per house, maximum of $1,200 per household. It's $600 for medium incomes, and then for lower incomes it starts at $300. And the Senate slightly want to change it to $500 and
every year.
And I mean, they keep cutting taxes, but I mean, it's not people who are working that are eating the tax cuts. It's, you know, they just did a pretty definitive study. In the last 30 years, 90% of Americans have seen their salaries go down, their income go down, the top 10% have seen trouble.
So, this is what we gotta change, and the only way we can do that is we gotta get, like, getting involved and on a community level like this is important, and then we've gotta get our own set of eyes and ears into Congress. And that's what I'm doing with the camera, is, not only are we doing this on the campaign trail, but if I get elected, we're gonna take that camera with us to Washington DC, and everything I do there, we're gonna show the whole process, and hopefully we can shed some light on the way business is done now, that needs to change. Hopefully I'll see both of you Saturday. I think
Okay.
you'll be able to make it. It was
Thank
really nice
you
meeting
so
you.
much.
It was nice meeting you.
All right, thank you.
You ready?
Thanks, Jack. No problem. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome.
What's that?